Welcome, welcome, welcome to Thoughtful Thursday. This is the day when we are all doing all things thoughtful to just remember, how we are sharing about an organization that we support. And then also, we're just sharing how we are really leveling up to move to our next steps and how we are working with our strategic partners and to really talk about what it is to be thoughtful. Okay, so welcome back to those that have been listening and that are a part of our platform. Thank you so much. What I would do is I'm going to discuss today the nonprofit that I'm supporting today because we are a for profit. So I want to say I'm going to share more about that. I will talk about our topic of discussion. And as always, I share my story. I always have a story to tell and how this information will impact you. And then I want to share lessons, how you can actually put this information into really use it and not just listen to it and have it go in one ear and out the other. And then we want to talk about that call to action. What are we asking you to do? So again, I am Dr. Andrea Blue, the one and only, and I am the CXO and executive director of B&J Enterprises LLC, where Blue Pathways and Paramount Recruitment Agency are housed. So if you're not a part of our community yet, please join our newsletter at bluepathwaysmentorshipservices.com. Come and be a part of our community and learn more about what Blue Pathways and Paramount and B&J Enterprises are doing at this time. So, thank you, thank you, thank you for liking and sharing our posts and comments and how you've helped us to get to the next steps. We really, really appreciate that. So, what are we talking about? That today is Thoughtful Thursday. And we are supporting an organization, and this organization is being run by Dr. Kelly Christopher at STEM Greenhouse. So, if you don't know the work that she is doing, she is all STEM, right? So if you don't know what STEM is, it is science, technology, engineering, as well as math, right? Or it could be STEAM, also, which is science, technology, um, what is this? Science, technology, engineering, and then we add the A, and then we add the M for mentorship, right? So all things mentorship. So for there's STEM and then there's STEAM. So if you are a part of that community, or if you are working with individuals, Black and brown women or girls in that space, it's so important for you to be a part of our community and how we are serving. So Dr. Kelly Christopher, she is one that provides that information for our youth. So she's been doing this for quite a few years. She is one of our partners, and we are so proud to have her as part of our one of our partners and how we are leveling up together. So working with Dr. Kelly, it has been a joy. We are like-minded. We are always caring about the students, always trying to figure out how we can really get them to their next steps. So if you have some strategic partners that you want to give a shout out and you're not doing that yet, do that. That's how you can get referrals and how you can get people to learn more about your business. But I wanted to just take a pause. I'm not going to toot her horn too much because she is over there handling her business. But I want to say to you, thank you, Dr. Kelly Christopher, for standing in the gap for a lot of our youth that do not have anyone to do that for them. Yes, they go to school and all those things, but these after school programs like you provide and like I provide with our Select 60 program and our leadership workforce training and development for our youth, that is so important. And I want to say thank you, and I look forward to continuing to build with you. All right. So I want to say to you, it is also so important that to share with you that you can find her right there on Facebook, or you can find her on LinkedIn. If you have a group of students that are looking to move forward with learning more about STEM or STEAM, then also just reach out to her. Okay. So, what am I talking about? I'm talking about handling our children with care and how important it is for us to learn how to talk to our youth. because they have feelings, thoughts, and emotions as well. So when we're talking about being thoughtful, it is so important. So look, I was working with a school the other day, and I'm just gonna sip some of my tea right now because it really disturbed me because when we are talking to our youth, especially if it is a uh, person of non-color talking to a black or brown student, and you're all in their face and you're yelling at them to the top of your lungs, baby, I cannot. I will not stand by and let that happen. So this was about to take place in my presence the other day, but I could not. Anybody that knows me, you will not disrespect our youth, okay? And I understand that they get out of pocket. I too get out of pocket sometimes, okay? I too act out. You act out. You have feelings, thoughts, and emotions. And don't tell me this because you're an adult, you have it all together, because that is absolutely false. No, you do not. So we were lining up or whatever, and during the time, yes, the young person was acting out, they was out of line, they were talking. So we know that when we line up, we don't talk, it's all quiet time. We have bubbles in our mouth, we have still hands, we have quiet feet, all of that, right? So at the time, the person cut in line of another student to go to the restroom. And so when they cut in line, um, the teacher grabs the young boy, and she kind of backs his back up against the wall, right? And problem number one. Second thing is she's all in his face. We're still in the COVID. First of all, why are you touching anybody? That's not your kid. Keep your hands to yourself. Second of all, you should not be yelling at anybody in their face like that. That is so disrespectful. Now, mind you, the whole hallway is full with other students, right? And it just bothered me to the core of my soul. And so if anybody knows me, I will never do anything to disrespect a teacher or do anything to disrespect another adult or a youth. So if there's a problem or a situation, I'm going to pull you to the side, okay? So I don't want you to feel like, oh, you trying to call me out or trying to, show off, or no, that's not what I'm doing. That's not what this is about. This is about you being respectful to whoever, because that could be my grandbaby, and you will not put your hands on my grandbaby like that. If there's a problem, honey, all you have to do is just talk to them, tell them what you need them to do, and then hopefully they follow through. If not, then what is the consequence? Okay. But they didn't even go there, like, conversation, warning, then consequent. It didn't even happen like that. She snatched the little boy, threw up his shoulder up against the wall, and it just really made me mad. So the little boy went into the bathroom, okay? And while he was in the bathroom, honey, it was a little space over there where me and the teacher could have a little I was like, can I talk to you? Can I talk to you for a moment? Just let me talk to you for a moment. And I said, I don't know you, and you don't know me. I said, but that situation can never ever happen again. One, we don't put our hands on our youth like that. And two, yelling in someone's face like that is not going to make the situation better, because they still cut in line. They still went into the bathroom. Okay. And then next thing is, now you're all upset. You're red in the face. You're angry. And what are you going to do with that anger? Somebody else is going to get that anger, right? And so the girl show where the teacher was like, I'm just so frustrated. And I was like, look, I get it. I totally get. I understand. I said, but that cannot happen. And when you put your hands on someone like that, and as me being a individual that is a teacher, court appointed, advocate, all of that, I'm supposed to report that, right? And so I did, by way, mention it to the principal or whatever, and whatever they do with that information, that's up to them. Okay. So, but I could not stand by and let that happen. So when we are disrespectful to our youth, and then we want to have them turn around and talk to us like we're A1 and like we're on point and like we deserve all of this amazingness and respect and all that, but we're not respecting them. You have to remember that they too have feelings, thoughts, and emotions, and they too know when you're being kind to them, and they know exactly when you're being mean to them, and they don't like it. And what they do is they kind of set you up for failure, honey, because they're like, you know what, we're gonna get them today because we're not doing anything that they say. We're not going to, we're gonna every time I see them, I'm gonna disrespect them. So I'm saying to you that if you are frustrated as a teacher or a team leader, or even if you're working with a team and you're frustrated, I want to say to you, think about think about the end result of what will happen and how that person, after they leave you in a couple years, a couple months or whatever, because eventually our students will graduate, right? And you don't want to be that story where you see them over there talking about the worst teacher and the worst experience and they drop out of school. You don't want that. We want them to continue their journey. So I'm saying to you, you're not alone. So I want to say that you have these resources that we are providing for free, that all you need to do is come and be a part of it. You don't need to be a black and brown individual to be part of our community, but that is my avatar. But I do make sure that everything that we talk about is connected to heart, mind, body, and soul. If you got a heart, you got a mind, you got a body, you got a soul, you are welcome. Okay. So I want to say to you that we want to make sure that we are loving on our children and letting them know that we are handling them with care, because they've gone through almost like, 2 or 3 wars in 1 year. It's been a lot. It has been a lot. We always talk about as adults how we feel, but what do they feel? Okay, how do they feel about the situations as well? They've been trapped in the house with their parents. They didn't even know their parents' first name. Okay, all they knew was their parents' name was mom and dad. That's it. Okay, and granny. They didn't know their names, but now they've been in the house with them. They've learned their names, they learned their habits, and they don't like it. They want out, right? And so when they come to school, they are acting out because they are frustrated. They are over this stuff as well. All right. So I want to say to you, it is okay. Just know that you are not by yourself. All right, so I want to say to you also that it is so important that if you are looking to get to that next step in your life, if you are a C-suite leader, if you are a teacher, a board member, any type of organizational leader, you need to be part of our community. So please like, share, comment, and comment on our posts. We will definitely respond to you. Join our newsletter. That is our call to action to you today. Join our newsletter, because once you become a part of our newsletter, opt in, then you'll be able to become all have all things for our on our platforms. All right. So I wanted to share that information with you on this Thoughtful Thursday, and to tell you to continue to be amazing and think about your actions before you do them, and also the consequence that will occur, because there's always a consequence. Just like you throw a ball up in the air, the ball will come down, right? But where will it land? So we want to make sure that as we are doing things, we know that if we put it out there in the atmosphere, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, it's going to come back to us in some type of format. And we want it to come back to us in good, right? So, again, I am Dr. Andrea Blue. It has been a pleasure to share this Thoughtful Thursday with you, and I look forward to working with you more in the near future. Have an amazing day, and I will see you on the other side. Be good.